morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I talked about cleaning up any of that residue that you left behind yesterday, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually. I suggest you clean that up. If you're down and out and depressed and angry, you're the only one that made the mess. You're the only one that can clean it up. Yesterday is gone and we are not promised tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to go over the list of all the things that control us throughout the day. Sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everybody around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. Then you have nothing but excuses, gambling, work, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcasts, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain, never having enough, being in a relationship with a man or a woman, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, or sexually abusing one another. Or you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I want to talk about not mistaking kindness for weakness. And we find this a lot, like people think something's wrong with you. I remember years ago working with my rich clients, I used to love to give them all. My problem was I didn't have boundaries around what I was giving. And I used to give them all this information, so excited to teach and to educate. And they'd go to a psychologist and pay $300 an hour to quote what I said, and every time I was right. And it pissed them. It just blew them away of how I would just give so much information for free. And how I had another client that was very miserly, and she had more money than God, and she just could not understand how I took my hard-earned money and treated not only her, but people that I loved and gave wonderful gifts, and couldn't understand it. She thought of it as a sign of weakness. Her whole idea of life was, what's in it for me? What can I get from you? And that mentality is such a sick, sick, sick mentality, and it's how you never live a happy life. The other thing is when you're in relationships, and there's always one that gives more, and they always think the one that's always taken thinks that one that is so kind and always giving, that you're so special. Well, that's a lie you tell yourself, because eventually they will leave. We all have our breaking points. I had it in my own life. I really wanted my marriage to work. I was with my first for 24 years. In the level of abuse that we did to one another, and the stuff that we hid, the lies we told ourselves to stay in the relationship, and the inhumanness that we did to one another, and a lot of it was hidden. That's why it's amazing how so many of you put your little wonderful selfies out there and show your beautiful pictures, but you don't show your pictures. Take a picture of your house and the way you live. I just left a house, and they were so upset that I was in the house, because they're so busy taking selfies about how wonderful they are, and they live like they live in a crack house. The inhumanness of how people live within, and how they pretend to be something they're not. So again, don't mistake kindness for weakness. That person that you shit and piss all over eventually will walk up and leave. We all have our breaking points. So for today, for you people that are always giving, doing, I'm going to make a suggestion, and you are part of the problem. This enabling, this people-pleasing, and giving to people that are not worthy, not deserving, and that disrespect you and shit all over you. Stop it. Just stop it. Let them live in their own hell. Let them live in their own misery. We all have our own work to do. None of us can clean anybody else up. None of us can clean anybody else up. We cannot love anybody to wellness. In fact, the greatest gift you can give them is walk away. walk away completely until they clean up their life, until they get the proper help. And here's the other thing. When someone says they change, ask them what was the work that they did that made them change. It takes about a year to just start, that's just crawling. So this is what you need to do, is set boundaries around yourself, set boundaries around your giving, set boundaries around your kindness, and start taking care of yourself. Start doing the things that are important to you. Start taking trips. Start living your life to the fullest. And if they don't respect you or value you, you walk away. You do not allow it. And you're teaching them and you're teaching yourself with your self-esteem that you have to beg somebody to love you. Nobody, whether it's your kids, your children, your grandchildren, your partner, you beg nobody to love you. You love yourself first. And then you decide whether or not they're worthy to be in your presence. None of us deserve to be abused, misused, mistreated, and told what we want to hear, and then you turn around and you do us in behind our back. I had this happen to me all my life, trying to keep peace all around me because I grew up with a family of 10. I was in the middle and there was so much chaos. I did anything to keep the peace and get the hell out of the house. Not anymore. Not anymore. Nobody's going to walk all over me. Nobody's going to take advantage of me. I walk away. I've done it with my kids. I've done it with my partners. I've done it with people that I love, because I will not be disrespected ever again. I will not allow it. So today, if you feel like shit and people are walking all over you, stop giving, stop doing. Start looking in the mirror and asking why you're doing what you're doing. And start taking care of yourself. And remember, balance. Not too much of anything. Our kids, our partner, our play, our work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect that you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. Remember, the goal for all of us truly is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long. It has to be as natural as going to the bathroom, or else your head gets backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Remember, if you have an attitude, be attitude, being in the highest possible state of happiness, good humor, and contentment with the way things are. Remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Hey, you manipulators, smooth talkers, narcissisms, your words mean nothing and your actions say everything. I'm going to read a beautiful saying by Michael Singer. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in that comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The spiritual journey is one of constant transformation. To grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same and learn to embrace change. Discipline is freedom. The undisciplined mind is like an elephant. If left to blunder out of control, it will wreak havoc. Confront the difficult while it's still easy. Accomplish the great tasks by a series of small acts. You must go through the darkest night in order to get to the infinite light. What we call darkness is really the blockage of light. Eventually you realize that you cannot actually hurt yourself when you go beyond your psychological limits. If you're willing to just stand at the edge, keep walking, you will go beyond. You used to pull back when it got uncomfortable. Now you relax, go past that point. That's all it takes, is to go beyond where you were a minute ago. by handling what's happening now. Imagine the peace that you could have experienced if you weren't constantly creating your false self. Michael Singer. All right. I'm going to read a little part of my book. Okay, page 116. There is a compass, north and south, east, west. This book is a life compass to show you the way you choose to live your life in harmony. This book is a life compass to show you the way you choose to live your life in harmony. Yes, it is a choice to decide what kind of life that you want to live. And I remember learning, it was a beautiful thing to learn. I didn't even know I had a choice. I grew up with a thinking, and I was conditioned till death do you part. No matter what happens, no matter what your partner does to you, you're in there for the duration. And when I went into therapy, that's when I started having more choices and started making better decisions and started realizing I no longer have to take anybody abusing me or hurting me or disrespecting me. And living life in harmony is a choice by actions that we do, decisions that we make, and we have to be responsible for our actions and our decisions. And sometimes it's scary, the unknown. And when I made a decision to leave my first husband, I said to myself, if he ever relapses and quits his program, that I could never live the life that I used to live ever again. And I don't care who I hurt. I don't care about breaking up a family. I was destroying my children by them watching the level of abuse that was going on and being that example. And the only reason my kids are doing well is because I got out of that abusive relationship. Don't get me wrong, it was a rocky road when I remarried, and I had to go through different stages with my kids growing up, and these are all risks that we all take. But my kids always came to me for truth. My kids always came to me for answers, and they knew I wouldn't lie to them. So as they were going through all the trials and tribulations and all the pains and all the challenges in their own life, they had a mom that was clean and clear and working on herself every single day to be a better person. And that gave them hope. That gave them faith to live the same. And that is why I can stand proud, look at my children, and not apologize anymore, because I did write the book Life in Harmony. I did create Life in Harmony. I did do all the things I set out to do. And now my job is to continue to live it, be the example, and to share it with each and every one of you so you can do the same. And remember, work on one thing at a time. Eventually it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss the loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she's appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The answers lie in each and every one of us. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I'm in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. We cannot do it alone. We always lie to ourselves. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will accept and say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I'm willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day that you don't want to do to have a successful day. My 2 things are always getting up early, doing my podcast, working out, and keeping my food clean, and the rest will follow. We can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. You can reach me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my workshops. If you want to learn about my services, lifeandharmonyonline.com. Leave your number. I'll go over my services. Remember, I'm doing the podcast Monday through Friday. Hit that colorful round button that says subscribe. Share it with everybody you love and respect. Start with podcast number 1, number 2, number 3. There's order into receiving all this information. In 30 days, you will say, wow, in 1 year, you will not recognize yourself. And remember, I want you to have a superb day today, and thank you for listening.